Hey, what's up, guys? Alex here. So, the Concord Beta came out last weekend, and the weekend before that, it was closed beta for PlayStation Plus the weekend before, and this last weekend it was an open beta. Now, it looks like there has been some stats released on how poorly the beta kind of, was and went. And looks like the response online probably isn't the best of what I imagine Sony wanted, their response to be for this title here. But today I wanted to talk about, my feelings about Concord, what I think about the game, and how I think a lot of people are hating on it online when, to be honest, the game isn't even that bad. I don't know why people are giving it such a hard fucking time. I don't think the game itself is bad. I think fundamentally there's a couple things wrong when it comes to the systems in the game. And I think people maybe aren't in the mood for a hero shooter, and that kind of can be said for itself. I think the genre has kind of been there, done that kind of thing, so it is kind of hard to argue. But today I definitely wanted to talk about the good, the bad, and the really bad about Concord. But I wanted to shed it in a different light because I do feel like a lot of other creators out there, and just the plethora of YouTube videos that I've seen, throughout Concord's beta here, has been nothing but negativity, which I don't necessarily think the game deserves that. I do think that there are certain things wrong with the game, but I wouldn't say that it's a bad game. So that being said, let's talk about the graphics of the game itself and the presentation. So I think that is the strongest characteristic of Concord is the fact that the game looks amazing. I mean, the game presentation-wise is very beautiful. I do think that the character models look great, very well designed. A lot of people think that the characters are a little interesting. Me, I think that a lot of the character designs are really cool. They all look unique and different. I know a lot of people make those like kind of Guardians of the Galaxy comparisons there, but for me, I do think that the character models and, like I said, the environments look really good. The gun, designs and all the different weapon designs and kind of the abilities all look nice and really clean. All look different and unique as well. So I mean, I feel like this is the strongest. The thing that kind of appeals the most to me about Concord is it's a very nice, good-looking game. When I play kind of a team-based shooter here. I wanted to have these kind of graphics. I know a lot of people are, into kind of the cartoony graphics of, something like Overwatch, but I think the realistic sort of touch on this kind of hero shooter definitely brings a different kind of style to it, and I definitely like what I'm seeing. I feel like it's the strongest characteristic and the biggest thing that it has going for it when it comes to the overall package. I think that's why they are relying so much on the weekly cutscenes, because I do think that that'll bring a lot of people into that that universe. Like I said, with having really good, almost Blizzard-like cutscene graphics there, I know that certain people they tend to flock towards that. So definitely a strong suit for this game. So after the graphics, we have the gameplay itself, which I think the gameplay is fun, but to a certain degree. The combat seems very fluid. All the gunplay is really nice and clean. Like I said, the abilities are fun to use. Each character feels unique in their combat style, so I do think that definitely lends to some fun, some fun matchups there. But overall, I will say that the one thing that I feel like I noticed when playing Concord was the game modes themselves got a little boring after a while. They had, I believe, 3 game modes for the beta there for both 2 weeks. The first week was Brawl and I believe Rivalry, which Brawl is kind of just like the standard, free-for-all, or not free-for-all, just a standard, it was either a mixture of team deathmatch or kind of kill confirmed there with unlimited respawns. So the more casual kind of mode, a little less competitive and ranked, I'm sure. And then Rivalry was the ranked mode itself. You have 1 life per each round per team, and it was usually either capturing a certain objective, a payload, or I can't really remember too much what the other one was. But my biggest gripe with the gameplay itself would be that those game modes are just kind of a little samey and a little repetitive. They don't really bring too much to the imagination in regards to what you're doing. And I mean, I know that the extent of kind of what can be achieved with a hero shooter, and first person shooter is kind of, you're limited there. But I would have liked to see some other kind of mix up on the game modes there. They all felt kind of similar, and that was the thing, is after a while when I was playing the beta, I would be 3-4 hours in, and I would already be kind of bored. I would already be kind of like, fuck, I don't really know if I want to keep playing this right now, Whereas like something like, Call of Duty, I feel like they have so many different things going on, and like Destiny, things like that. They have so many different things going on in regards to the different game modes and what you can do in the game. And I feel like that definitely lends to a better overall experience, a more variety in the experience than the latter with Concord here. But overall, like I said, very fun gameplay. Gunplay, very smooth, very, very fun to look at, fun to play. Character abilities were great. Like I said, overall, I thought the combat was good. I didn't think it was boring, just the game modes were a little samey. Now we'll touch on something short here, which is the sound design of the game. Now this happens to be something I don't think some people noticed when they were playing, or maybe they did, just kind of didn't really care. But I do believe that the sound design of the game is actually really good. All of the menu sounds when you're clicking through the not the battle pass, but like the daily and seasonal kind of objectives there. They had like a nice little click with the haptic feedback of the vibration of the controller. So it was really the sound design was really nice. I love the music in the game. When you start up the game, the main theme of the music is I feel like very catchy. So for me, that was pretty fun to have that. But yeah, overall, great sound design. A lot of the guns sound good too. But the menus and the music were actually something I was surprised by. That was actually of good quality there. All right, so the last thing and the final thing I wanted to get into to kind of round out my thoughts here for this quick little video was just the overall hate. The overall hate for Concord, I feel, has been immense online. And I know, people will argue and say that, of course, they have their reasonings. Some of them are valid, don't get me wrong. Character, hero shooters, team-based hero shooters here aren't for everybody, And I do know that this type of game, we can all agree, seems a couple years too late. Right. I think that hero shooters are kind of making a comeback. We had things like Overwatch 2 that launched not too long ago, Marvel Rivals in beta currently right now, and then we have Concord as well. So it seems like hero team-based shooters are on a rise. I mean, Valorant's really popular as well. I know that's one that a lot of people play. But that's been around for a while, obviously. It does seem like those kind of things are kind of back on a rise here. But I will say that overall, there's just like an overwhelming negativity when it comes to Concord. I guess I could say I understand in certain aspects why people are kind of dogpiling this game a little bit. At the same time, I can't help but feel like there are people that are really giving this game a hard fucking time for just giving it a hard time. I don't know what it is. I've seen, if you just search up Concord on YouTube, you'll see just almost every single video is, some type of hate or some type of, negative title in regards to, the feelings of Concord. And like I said, that might be some people out there, but I don't believe that even the majority of the fan base already starting to build here, and just the general audience, I mean, I think they think the game is fine. I don't think they think it's a great game, but I also don't think that it's going to be this kind of dead on arrival thing that people are kind of pinning up here to be, I do think that this game has a very good survivability and longevity in it, I think the more that they add to the game in regards to game modes and characters and those kind of weekly cutscenes that they have kind of promised there for the community, which hopefully that'll stick. But I think the game has a lot more to offer than what people are kind of dismissing it for. And like I said, I don't know whether it's just like this public zeitgeist to kind of bash the game and be like, oh, this game is just fucking dead on arrival. There's that meme there where it's like the stick figures arguing at each other, and it's the other one telling the two sitting down, stop having fun, and it's that's what I kind of feel like about this game. It's like the people that are happy, the people that are excited to play Concord, they're kind of getting really shut out by this mass majority that, like I said, dislikes the game. And I'm not going to say that they're not wrong for it. I'm just going to say that there always tends to be kind of this hype train that the YouTube community or, the Twitter gaming community will kind of follow there, with a general consensus. We saw the same thing with Helldivers 2, when it was announced and was upon its release, people were giving it a really hard time. Not a lot of people pre-ordered that game, same deal. I'm not going to say that the numbers aren't scary, right? We had reports come out recently stated that, the Concord Beta numbers were low, so it is a little discouraging. I'm not going to say it's not. But like I said, I do think that there's just kind of overwhelming negativity that I believe is trendy, that people kind of will lean into because they know it's easier to get views and kind of it's easier to bash a game than to talk about, the things that you like about it, in a sense. But anyways, that's all I really had to discuss today. I think that's pretty much it. All of my thoughts kind of on Concord here. But yes, if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. Shoot me a comment down below of what you think about Concord, and if you actually liked from what you played from the beta, if you're going to pre-order the game, and if you are looking forward to the release. I will be trying to pump out more videos here soon. I'm just kind of getting the wheels in motion here, but you should start seeing a little bit more of me here soon. Like I said, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.